So we've got a monster reef aquarium that's just getting built at the moment. This would be up there with one of the biggest reef tanks in Sydney. The dimensions are 3 metres by 1 metre by 1 metre. That was right, wasn't it, Steve?
Yes.
So we've just got live rock in there at the moment that's just finished curing. So the ammonia's gone, nitrite's gone. So it's basically ready for the first batch of fish. So there's a bunch of tangs that are ready to go in soon. And we've got to make sure the salt level is 0.020 before the fish get introduced, because you always want to introduce fish at a lower salinity. The aquascaping is beautiful. There's some strom snails running around and cleaning up our sand. There's various turbo snails running around as well, and some abalone, and some cleaner rats, cleaner shrimp. Cleaner shrimp are one of the best things you can put in a new tank for not only scavenging and keeping the aquarium clean, but to help protect against parasites for any new fish that are introduced. And so the aquarium's run with the Aqualina Spectrum 120 watt 420 nm LED lights, which supposedly are able to grow corals at 4 foot deep, because they supposedly can deliver 100 par at 4 foot, which means that those lights should be able to grow corals on the bottom of this tank, even though it's so massively deep. The aquarium has a refugium, which is run with sand and marine pure blocks. So there's the marine pure blocks, there's the sand, and then there's the filterable. And it's run with a LED light as well, the green element LED light, which is run all the time. Then in this side we've got the protein skimmers, so 2 massive big Aquamatic protein skimmers, one there and one there. It's also got a redox and ozone running on the systems, and it's got a huge UV there, and then it's got a massive, the UV's there, it's got a big chiller. Where's the chiller? It's outside the house. And then it's got an auto top up, and it has an RO system coming to hook onto the auto top up. So it pretty much has everything covered. We've got the water flow at the moment running in a sort of vortex that's starting to flow quite nicely, and we are going to add an extra power head to the aquarium, like a MP60, just to provide some extra water flow in the aquarium. And so right now the aquarium's in what's called its diatom phase, which means it's getting the light brown algae everywhere, and that will soon give way to green algae, which we'll be equally unimpressed with, and that will give way to red algae, which we'll also be unimpressed with, until by then hopefully we'll have a biopellet reactor on it, and we'll be controlling our nitrate and phosphate. We'll have our calcium carbonate and pH and magnesium up, so then we'll start growing our nice coralline algae, and by then we'll have corals in it and fish in it, and it will be one spectacular reef tank with lots of reflection in the camera. So this will be a ripper of a tank to revisit once it's got corals and fish.